Hey guys, welcome to this episode. We're going to take you inside to a house we just bought. We're going to flip it. We're going to take you from nuts to bolts on this thing. We're going to, from the very beginning to the very end, from demolition to finished product. We're going to show you a lot of the little different features that we're going to do to enhance this property, but we got to see the before, and I think you're going to really love this series that we're going to do, and I'm looking forward to it. Hope I get a lot of ideas from you guys out there and some of the stuff to do and some comments as we go along. Some of the first things we're going to do outside is we're going to have to put new siding, completely redo the front, do new landscaping, new soffits, and we will put new windows throughout the little house here. Now as we move inside, there's a set of stairs that goes up to the second floor, and if you'll look immediately to the right, they had started to actually try to rehab the house and put a little half bath in, and then they tried to do some to the kitchen. Now, what I want you to notice too is though the house has got great bones, this is how they actually left it. When I closed on it this morning, came in, this is what we found. So all throughout the house, anything you see is how the house was actually left. And you'll see a lot more of the design features as we go along that I've got planned for this house. This particular room is the living room / dining room. The dining room will stay the dining room, the living room will also stay the living room, but the functionality, all the ceilings are actually going to come completely out of this whole area here. And so we're going to put in can lighting, brighten it up, more than just a coat of paint. We're actually behind you to go out into the addition is a set of sliding doors. That's all coming out. Probably going to put a barn door, something really nice transition here. And then as we move out here, this little room to the right was actually a laundry room with a shower, really kind of a strange configuration. So what we're going to do there is we're going to convert that little bathroom up there, move it back here, make a full-on bath room back here, and then move the laundry room to the front of the house. It's going to be much more convenient to get the clothes in from upstairs. Now as we move back outside, we're going to put in a couple of French doors here. And you can see the amount of trash. I've got a 30-yard dumpster coming with a backhoe, and as soon as they take the backhoe away, I'm bringing in a skid steer. And I'll show you that equipment in the different episodes, so if you're not familiar with those pieces of equipment, you're gonna see us use some jackhammers, you're gonna see us use a lot of different pieces of stuff. We'll redo the fencing, all this decking will come out, it'll all be redecked to be beautiful, and we'll have a nice big backyard. You can check out some of the debris around it. It's going to be quite extensive for cleanup and removal. A couple of the good things about the house is, again, good bones. It's had an electrician in recently to update the electrical. It's had, basically a brand new air conditioning unit, and the roof is fairly new. It's only a couple of years old. So that's what we really look for when we go to look for something like this. And it's in a great district right here in downtown Tampa in the Plant High School district. So back here are some of the buildings that's got to come down. It's cram-packed with stuff. Who knows what's in there? Some very old, I'm sure antiques are coming in there, but don't know what to do with them. So actually I've got an antique dealer going to come out and rummage through all this stuff and see if he wants anything. In that little shed, there's a piece of furniture. Again, I've had going through some of these, sometimes you find some of these old pieces that we're just kind of abandoned, and we'll see what they want. We'll see what they, whatever they want, they can have, and we'll make a deal there. But all this is going to look different. This is all going to be re-siding like the front. It's going to look really good. This little patio here right now, although it's small, it's going to go fence to fence all the way across, and it's going to be extended out a little bit. So just some of the plans that we got coming at you as we walk through. So now we're going to take a little quick trip upstairs because you see they started to redo the floors here, and but again, very dark, no safety rails, really no light but the one above me. And the quality of what they did do and finish here on this, you can see it right here on the top of this stair. They didn't put the little footer on it, so they went ahead and continued into this bedroom on the left. They're both about the same size. It has double closets, deep closets. This will all be fixed up. Again, all the ceilings are going to come out of this one as well. Windows are going to be replaced, the whole house. So if you see a window, it's getting replaced. Now as we go back across, and then we'll take you into that little bathroom last. This bedroom actually is a little bit smaller but it does have one deeper closet. The bathroom, really kind of quite remarkable. It's kind of like the kitchen. I mean, they got ready to remodel the bathroom. They had some new tile put in, they had a new vanity and sink put in, had a new light fixture put in, but they kind of did a strange texture on the walls, and they just left it a real mess. So again, all this texture is coming out. The sheet will be re-sheetrocked the right way, and the tub is actually coming out. It was an old cheap tub. That'll come out and will be placed. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this thing not only to 2020 standards, but we're going to do it in a luxury format. It's going to be really, really high end when we get done with it. Another little tidbit is that the ceiling access, or the roof access, I do know that it has all the standard hurricane clips. Like we talked about, it had new roof on it. It does have hurricane clips, and the roof is not leaking. It looks really, really good. And so, but there again, there's a ton of storage up there and there's a ton of trash up there. So we got to get that out, get that down safely to this little hole and back down the stairwell to get it put in our 30-yard dumpster. And hopefully we won't have to get a second one. So another really important feature when you're doing these types of remodels and these types of homes, especially when you've got a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there, and or they got contractors they've stopped halfway through, is when you have your water and electric turned on. In this particular case, I was here this morning when the city water got turned on, and this is a great tip for you guys just getting into flipping and remodeling. You have to do that, especially when you have contractors that were in here before or do-it-yourselfers that kind of stopped halfway. One of the things that you'll notice that I noticed in this house was there are no faucets in the sink, and there's no faucets in the spare bedroom bathroom that they were actually remodeling, which tells me that there could be a water issue. So when he was here, we turned it on, and I was in the home to inspect the home to make sure they weren't leaking anywhere. However, I heard water running, so I ran back to the laundry room, and the shutoff valve for one of the laundry outlets was actually open and not working, and it was just spewing water. So we had to turn the water back off. Had I not been here, the whole back of the house would have been flooded, and it would have been some major, major renovation issues, probably molding issues, something you don't want to get into because it would blow your budget way out. So again, be here when the electricity gets turned on, be there when the water gets turned on, make sure that you have at least a plumber or an electrician, or be there yourself and know how to turn those things back off. Don't get yourself in trouble with those small details, but they're important details. When you have this much debris to throw away, where are you going to put the dumpster, what the placement's going to be, what size is the dumpster, and how are you going to load the dumpster? So if we look at this house and we walk around to the back where all the debris is, it's a very narrow little access road. And if you see the building here that we've got to take down, it's totally destroyed in the back. Just a little push with a backhoe or track hoe or something is going to pull that down. You really don't want people in there rummaging through that stuff and getting hurt. So what we did is we've got a backhoe on the way. It will come. We'll do some demolishing with the backhoe. And so what we're going to do is they've even put some of the debris out here on the back side of this fence, which they shouldn't be doing that. So all of this will be taken out and put in the dumpster as well. So now how do we place a dumpster when we don't have room for a dumpster? There is another small dumpster behind us, behind this business, who is actually getting remodeled. So I've already talked to the contractor and to the business itself, and I've asked them if they can remove their small dumpster to allow me to put my larger dumpster for a week. 7 days. I would prefer 14 if I can get it, but if it's for 7, that's fine. Then once we get all this debris out and fence down, what we can do is we can take a smaller dumpster and probably put it in this backyard for some of the inside demolition that we're going to do. But our first rule is going to be taking the debris out of the backyard. Now, as you can see, the driveway is pretty long, and we could put a 30-yard dumpster here. The only issue with that is that you'd have to bring everything from the back forward. So if we don't have a cooperation from the other contractor, then the rental of the skid steer will be probably closer to a week. So thanks for joining us on this remodel series of Just Florida TV. This is Tony Holden. Come back with the next episodes and see how we progress with this. We're really looking forward to it. And If you liked it and you want to see more and you want to follow us, please hit the follow button below or hit the like button. Download our app at Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and several other places. You'll see all that information below, but we're on all the streaming media, and we're looking forward to sharing in this experience.